So now we're going to determine basically where the handles in the latch is going to be located. It says on the instructions approximately 37 inches from the floor, basically up to the center of where you'd be pressing the thumb piece. So I'm going to measure up 37 inches and mark it off. And I'm going to go about 2 1/4 inches in from the edge of the door. So at that point, it says on the instructions, drill 2 3/8 inch holes, one above your mark and one below your mark, the 37 inch. And I'm using a spade drill bit, so I'm just gonna approximately mark where I'll be drilling below the hole and above the hole. And I wanna mark the spade drill bit with a piece of tape. I don't wanna go all the way through the door with the widest portion of the drill bit. I wanna stop short so that only the point goes through. And I'm going to wanna keep the drill level and square to the door and begin to drill. And stop when I get to my tape mark. I'm gonna go below that hole and stop when I get to my tape mark. I'm gonna go to the opposite side of the door and complete the holes. That's where the point of the drill has come through already. Okay, I'm just gonna take a chisel and clean out some of the material between both holes, just so we have enough room for the placement of the thumb piece. Doesn't take much. And I'm gonna do the same coming from the opposite side of the door. So what I'm gonna do is insert the thumb piece through the handle. I wanna make sure that it goes all the way down and into this notch so that when the handle is mounted, you won't be able to pull the thumb piece out. So I'm just basically inserting that. And I wanna make sure that this thumb piece is somewhat horizontal. It'll have plenty of movement to activate the latch bar. And I'm just going to mark the location of where the handle is. And again, this is 2 1/4 inches from the edge of the door. Just going to mark that screw hole. I'm going to be drilling with a 1/8 inch drill bit. And I'm only going to be going in probably about 5/8 of an inch or so. And attaching the handle. So there, you could notice we have plenty of movement on the back side for the latch. Locate the hole cover plate, which when locating this, you want to be sure that the bottom of the rectangle hole that's in the plate is just up against the bottom of the thumb piece. Not pushing it up, but just enough to meet it. And I'm also going to locate the screw hole at the bottom. Now making sure that this plate is square with the door's edge. And I'm going to pre-drill those holes with a 1/16 inch drill bit. I'm going to drill in about 5/8 of an inch. And if you feel a need to remove the handle, if the thumb piece is in your way, go right ahead, but I think we can do this without it. We're going to reinstall the plate itself. Okay, with the same size drill bit, we want to locate the latch bar. And we want that to overhang the edge of the door approximately 3/8 of an inch. And with it horizontal and the bar hitting the top of the thumb piece, I want to locate the pivot hole. Okay, with the 3/4 inch screw, we're going through the latch bar and then also inserting a black washer that goes between the bar and the door itself. And you don't want that to be tightened down completely because we want this lever to be able to pivot. Now we need to take our guide and locate that. And again, we don't want that plate to push up on the lever, but we want it in the down position and parallel to the edge of the door. That's what we want. Okay, Good, now we're going to locate the flat strike on the door jamb. So I'm going to locate the strike, and I'm going to go up the door just until the latch bar sets into the notch of the strike. I'm going to mark its location on the door jamb, and I'm going to have this notch basically come flush with this front edge of the door stop, of the door jamb. There's the mark I made for the underside of this strike plate. This edge here, I basically want to come almost even with the front edge of the door trim. And I'm going to need to pre-drill those 2 holes. And again, I always recommend not using a power tool and hand screw it in, just to prevent any damage to either the screw head itself or the paint on the catch.